Parents are the best support system for their children. However, bad parenting is one of the major causes of children's emotional and mental problems. Here are 5 problems in today's parenting to avoid in order to help your kids the best way possible. 1. Parents are being replaced by friends. No matter how well-intentioned our parenting is, under these present situations, we have fewer margins for error than ever before. We face too much competition. Children cannot be oriented by both adults and other children simultaneously. One cannot follow 2 sets of conflicting directions at the same time. The child's brain will then automatically choose one path as the primary source of orientation. The problem arises when kids become the dominant influence on one another's development. Peer relationship misses unconditional love, acceptance, and the willingness to sacrifice for the development of the other. It also cannot bring to maturity. Our failure to keep our kids attached to us has not only taken away their shield, but put a sword in the hands of their peers. 2. Parents are giving up too soon. Childhood is a function of immaturity, which is why the duration of childhood is increasing in our society. It seems that parenthood is fading before the end of childhood, which is very dangerous for both parents and children. When stripped parenthood, children lose the positive traits of childhood. They remain immature and become deprived of their innocent vulnerability required for their growth. We need to hold on to them until they can hold on to themselves. And it seems that many parents put their children in the lead for cues on how to raise them in order to avoid frustration by doing everything the child wants. When parents are too passive or too uncertain, the child will move into the dominant position by default and will become bossy and controlling. If parents allow themselves to be pushed away, there is nothing left for the child to hold on to. Keeping ourselves in the game is one of the most important things we do for our children's sake. Rebuilding the bridge after a fight or argument is always our obligation. We can't expect kids to do it. They are not mature enough to realize its need. 3. Not spending enough time with children. Spending quality time with our kids is not easy anymore. The family meal has become an endangered event, where it used to be a sacred time to exchange talks, look into our kids' eyes, and spend a heartwarming time. This lack of strong activity will eventually loosen the bond between our kids and us, and will ultimately make any problem harder to solve. When we are not present as much anymore, our kids will have to depend on other sources of love, acceptance, and attachment. This could lead to devastating effects. Family outings, holiday, celebration, games, any activity that collects the family should be preserved. 4. The shift in focus from behavior to relationship. Children must know that they are wanted, special, and appreciated. Parents sometimes detach from their children when they do something wrong with the intention of punishing them. To use this tactic is like to say that the child is invited to exist only when he or she measures up to our expectations. In other words, that our bond with them is conditional. Children need to sense that they matter to the parent in order to feel close to them and accept their comments. 5. Allowing media to take over daily interaction. Digital closeness, especially social media, is superficial, void, and damages the appetite for the kind of connection that enlightens. Stimulating children's mind with media will eventually rob them from what truly nourishes them. Physicians recommend to limit the time of television, computer, and video games, and these devices should not be present at all in a child's bedroom. Children should be encouraged to criticize and analyze what they see. Parents can help them distinguish between reality and fantasy, mainly when it comes to violence and sex.